Yeah. Oh. Hey, what the hell do you think you're doing? Don't get off quickly.
Greetings.
Sir, can I ask you about something?
Of course, Henry.
Well, I thought since we chased the bandits out of Pribyslavik...
Ah, criticizing your liege lord, are you? And what, in your opinion, should he...
Oh no, I don't mean anything by it.
Easy, lad. I'm only pulling your leg. You're quite right. The roads really aren't safe. My garrison is a shamble these days. I lost most of my men in Skalitz, and what, let alone guarding the roads and patrolling the rest of the province. That is, I didn't have the men. As it happens, recently I asked an old acquaintance for help. Sir Kuno of Rickwald and his mercenary band.
Well, excuse me for being so bold, but there's plenty of mercenaries around.
You have a point, lad, but I'd like to tell you I talked to Kuno because I trust him. You see, Kuno owes me a favor, so he'll serve me free of charge.
So, you want me to join them?
Yes, but that's not all. I told Kuno I'd send him a guide, but really what I need is for someone to keep a close eye on. Go and report to him at his encampment. You'll ride with his band on patrols and make sure they don't get too...
Who is this Sir Kuno?
He's the last baron of the House of Rickwald, which became impoverished. So he took to the mercenary trade, like many poor noblemen do. Unless they... He's certainly an entertaining companion, but as a mercenary...
That sounds a little worrying.
Oh, it's nothing too bad. Just that now and again he needs reminding not to...
How is he indebted to you?
I did him quite a big service, actually.
Oh, that sounds like quite a story.
You should ask him. You'll be spending quite a while riding together, so... But one thing I can tell you, he seems to have taken inspiration from me.
All right, I'll go and report to him.
Excellent. He set up camp between Ratai and Ledechko. Good luck, Henry.
I will, sir.
Good luck to you. Ah! Hey!
Hey, what the hell do you think you're doing?
Yeah.
I'll be with you. I'm looking for Sir Kuno. Sir Kuno? Baron Rickwald. Isn't this his camp?
You won't get nothing out of him. You must be Radzig's man. I heard he was supposed to send someone.
Yes, Sir Radzig sent me as a guide. I'm Henry.
I'm Jakey. And this here fella, we call the Stone.
I can see why. What's up with him? Cat got his tongue?
No, more like the dog got it. The executioner's dog. When the executioner ripped it out of him. Anyway, you better come along with me, and I'll introduce you to the other fellas. And the chief. These here are the Bearman brothers, Petter and Jan. They're a barrel of laughs, except when they're too drunk to string two words together. Like now. Don't get on the wrong side of them, though. When their blood is up, well, it ain't a pretty sight.
Pleased to make your acquaintance, I'm sure.
Never mind the fancy poses, Stefan. You're trying to kill the fucker, not teach him how to dance. And you, Dangler, stand your ground. Don't let him lead you round by the nose.
Sir? Well, sir, this is Henry. From Lord Kobler.
Ah, it's about time Radzig got round to this. We need someone who knows their way around these parts. Leave off with the bowing and curtsying. We don't hold with that tomfoolery here. Jakey! Where the hell are you sneaking off to? Go to the farm and get water. The lads are thirsty.
But I went last time.
And you'll go next time, you ungrateful pup. Get your ass moving. Snot-nosed brat. You pull them out of a pile of shit, and they thank you with back talk. Where were we? Oh yeah. We need a guide who knows these parts. So I hope I can rely on you, Herman.
It's Henry.
Right. Well, as I said to Radzig, I don't want to carry any dead weight. We could find ourselves in some very tight situations where every sword counts.
I know how to handle a sword, all right?
I've heard a lot of fellas say that. They still ended up on the wrong end of one. We'll find out. Stefan, take a break. Dangler, let's find out what Harold here can do.
Sure. No problem, Chief.
Come and get... Way off. Well landed. Go ahead and gather your strength. You'll need it. Oh, Jesus! Stop, Stella! Gone weak at the knees, have you? Take that! You didn't fare badly at all. You can ride with us.
All right, good. Thanks.
Don't thank me yet. You don't know what you're letting yourself in for.
Sir Kuno, can you tell me something about yourself?
Drop the sir. That title brought me nothing but grief.
Sir Radzig told me the Rickvold family lost...
There's all sorts of ways to become impoverished. Nothing easier.
Oh.
But it's a long and twisted story. We took our name from Rickvold Castle, but that actually belonged to the convent of the Poor Clares. You see, he knew the abbess there since they were young. Knew her very well. There was even talk that she only joined the order. Anyway, whether he was fucking her right there in the convent, or he just took a lot of interest in script.
Oh, he might have been after a...
Sinning and confessing all in one place. Anyway, my mother never had strong nerves. Truth be told. Then, one frosty December morning, I was woken by screaming and smoke.
Christ, that sounds like a scene...
Hellish it was, I can tell you. Me and my sister Adela and a few servants managed to get out. My sister and I were left destitute after the fire. A few weeks later, he offered to buy what was left of our estates, and it was a great relief. We suddenly had some hope of a future again. A week later, the two of them announced to me they were getting married. And all that was left of our estate...
But surely that was for you to decide.
Aye. Only I barely had 17 years under my belt, and I just... You're telling me. But I'm not complaining. As my pa always used to say, if you can turn your hand to something, you know...
What about your debt to Sir Radzig?
A twist of fate, lad. I was fighting in the hostilities between the House of Schallenberg. In the end, the two sides negotiated a truce, and I rode to Colleen with the delegation. I could tell at first sight he was a man after my own heart. We spent the whole night drinking together and talking, and in the morning we set off together. Only, once we reached the city gates, they arrested me on the spot. On the other hand, I was a member of the peace delegation, so by rights, Colleen is a royal city. So he was there to represent the king.
I see. So he was on the other side.
That's right. Anyway, they threw me in a dungeon, and a few days later, word reached me, and I'd surely have ended my days swinging from the town battlements if it hadn't been for Radzig. He liked me, and he could see it was a dirty trick.
Lucky for you.
Indeed. I owe my life to Radzig, and I'll never forget it. He's asked me twice before for help.
I'd like to ask about your men.
Ask away.
What about the fellow they...
I've never ridden with a better man, I can tell you. He doesn't say a lot, but for...
So he scouts for you?
Not just that. It's happened more than once. I was nearly every time he was right.
Those Behrman brothers are quite a...
Indeed they are. There's no more mercy in them than in...
Jesus.
Oh, aye. They'd argue first about which one of them got to do the real soldiers. As long as they don't get too drunk. Then there's no keeping them under.
What can you tell me about Stefan?
Fletching? For one thing...
How did he come to join your band?
Well, let's just say he was in the right place at the right...
What exactly happened?
Sorry, I'd love to tell you the...
Oh, now you've got...
Sure, why not?
What about Jakey?
Jakey, that boy will be the death of me. You've got to be tough on him, or he's good for nothing.
Like a son?
I wouldn't go that far. But I've no family of my own.
Well, you're pretty hard on him, though.
The boy needs a firm hand. I was like him once, and I got the same too.
True. What about that dumb one?
The stone?
Just like that?
Aye, just like that. We were riding from Olomouc to a car. You know how it goes. We made acquaintance with them, had a drink.
I'm not sure I'd be thinking that if I...
We might have done some things I ain't proud of. But wayfarers are sacred even for me. Except for the stone. He stuck with us the whole way. When we were approaching Barsdorf, I ordered the men to get rid of him. I had some business. Stefan tried to tell him nicely. But then the Behrman brothers tried to get him off his horse. A man who could...
Weren't you worried about having a stranger?
No, I figured if he can't talk...
Should we ride out?
Aye, we ought to set out on patrol about now. I'd like to head to the north.
North of here, Samapesh and Merhoyed are that way. And Talmberg is a bit further on.
I wouldn't mind paying a visit to those stables.
And from there?
From there, we'll follow our noses. Something interesting is sure to turn up.
Sure.
What a fine day, eh, brother?
Indeed, brother.
You know what I like best about days like this, Jan?
The scent of chamomile wafting from the hillsides.
Among other things.
Ah, like the rounded hills, rising, purtling, all soft and pink in the sunlight.
And the fertile valley below, spreading wide and inviting.
Dew glistening in a mossy hollow.
The sweet aroma of honey in the air.
The sturdy poplar, standing tall and erect.
Aye. It reminds me of that day. That day where the two of us fucked Fletcher's ma.
Very droll. You'd make a stuffed bird laugh.
Your ma's a stuffed bird. I stuffed her myself.
I can't smell any chamomile.
Well, men, how are things?
May I?
Yes, Fletch?
How shall I put it? I'm a little concerned about the prospects in these parts, Chief.
Oh? How's that?
I've been looking around, and if you'll pardon me, it seems to me that we've been stuck for a long time in the arsehole of beyond.
It's not Paris, France, I'll grant you.
What I mean to say is, I haven't got any new kit or arrows since the day Jakey joined us. It makes me uneasy, Chief.
I see. What about the rest of you?
I don't know what Fletch is moaning about. There's plenty of booze and loose wenches nearby.
Not to mention fools in the taverns who don't know when to stop rolling those dice.
Dangler?
It's the arsehole of beyond everywhere we go. And it always makes me uneasy.
Jakey?
Fletch can complain. I was supposed to get a suit of armor, and all I got was a shitty kettle hat.
Sorry, but they don't do hauberks in girls' sizes.
Oh? Well, how did you get yours then?
All right, I appreciate your honesty, lads. Don't worry, there will be plunder. We're here to fight, and to the victor the spoils. That's how it's always been, but no purse of silver. That's what this And I hope you never forget the golden rule. You can joke all you want, moan all you want, but nothing will keep your skins in one piece better than trusting your leader, who you choose by your own free will. So don't ever forget that.
Amen.
Let's go! Behind me, and keep your eyes peeled.
Yeah.
What do you think we can expect this time, fellas?
Groschen, hidden in a piss pot under the bed. A nice chunk of beef no one there will be eating.
On account of it'd just fall out through the holes in their bellies, eh, brother?
My mouth is already watering, brother, and I ain't even touched a purse yet.
Once you've got your hands on some loot, I'll be happy to play you for your hard-earned groschen back at the camp.
Poor old Fletch. Never gets to see the action from close up.
What about you, Dangler? What do you expect to find?
Futility in human suffering, like always.
Always full of good cheer, eh, Dangler? Why don't you take a leaf out of Stone's book? Shut the fuck up.
Jesus, I wish you'd all shut the fuck up.
Keep your eyes peeled, though. There might be someone hiding out here still. Look for clues and question the survivors, if there are any.
Jesus Christ, what a massacre. What a pile of shit. I wonder if they found anything valuable at all. They weren't even armed.
Let's start with your boots. The 20th piece of linen this month.
Looks like it happened fast. God almighty. They can't be all that clever or they'd have taken the wagon. Poor wretch. Kuno will want to know about this. I found this shield in a shed along with a letter.
Show me that. I know that, Chris. I don't think we'll find anything else here. We'll stay here a while, just in case.
What do you know about these Zuls?
A family of impoverished nobles. They fought in the Margraviate Wars in Moravia.
I thought I could go and search for those raiders.
All right. It's always good to have an extra pair of eyes.
Did you find any tracks?
Some, a horse or two. They rode off through the meadow towards dawn.
Towards dawn?
Meaning towards the east. Apart from the mounted ones.
Oh, they can't move too fast.
No. And what's more, they left a trail of...
Nice work. Poor creature. Hunted down like game. Looks like they carried away a lot of stuff. They went this way. Seems they met some resistance at the farm. What a waste. But at least I know which way they went. There they are.
I'll find you, you cur. You can't hide from me.
Where could he have vanished? He must be here somewhere. Well, I never. The pig turns up willingly for the slaughter. No! Ah! Ah! Dear God!
someone there.
I'll find you, Kurt. You can't hide from me.
You're in the wrong place at the wrong...
Gone weak at the knees, have you?
Fuck! You can't hide from me.
You're dead.
Fucking come on then!
You okay?
Here! Way off!
could he have vanished to? He must be here somewhere.
That fucker must have fired from here.
God! Take that.
Come and get it. I'm going to enjoy this.
Oh dear, did that hurt?
Look out.
God be with you, lad.
Sir, I'm afraid I have some bad news.
Christ.
No, this is something else, sir. We found a shield there with a crest.
I know that coat of arms.
There was a letter there.
Show it to me.
Here you are, sir.
Unscrupulous beast. Cruelty and malevolence. As I expected.
This Sir Hagen wants to challenge you to a duel.
Apparently he still hopes I will agree to this kind of outmoded solution to...
Surely you can't refuse a challenge to a duel.
Henry, my boy, honor is a splendid thing, and it should be held in high regard.
Like this one?
Yes, like this one. The only reason Hagen is challenging me now is that he has a marked advantage. Hagen, meanwhile, was fighting in the Margraviate Wars in Moravia. That's not honor, but an abuse of honor. Commonplace opportunism.
What happened between you and Sir Hagen?
That's a long...
Well, I'd like to hear the whole story, sir.
Very well. It began in the first year of King Wenceslas's reign. It concerned land boundaries. The Zulls had refused to accept the ruling of the land court. His Majesty's position was a little shaky after his coronation. Since the Zull family was defying the king, we were obliged to punish them. The head of the family, Hagen's father, was hanged.
So, they're out for vengeance.
Would it were that simple, lad? For one thing, the king didn't use it to strengthen his position. On the contrary, he...
How come?
Because he realized things would eventually sort themselves out. Secondly, my actions essentially created another band of robbers. And thirdly, I wasn't aware at the time that the other party to the dispute was distantly related to me. If I'd known what I know today...
What happened?
That's...
Well, what are we going to do about it?
You and Kuno's band will just have to deal with Hagen and prevent further mayhem.
So you'd fight him, if it came to that?
Let's hope it doesn't come to that. But maybe there's something else behind this challenge.
All right. We'll deal with him.
I'm sure you will.
I'd like to ask something about this.
Sure. Good luck to you.
Yeah.
What is it, Jakey?
The stone wants to talk with you, if you can call it that.
What ring?
Ah, no one told you about it. The fellas call it the Ring of Bacchus. Kuno gave us this ring. It's just a worthless bauble, but so we steal the ring from each other and try to trick each other. Well, actually...
That sounds like a lot of fun.
He probably wants you to steal it from someone. Since you're new...
All right. Hey, Jakey.
Want to get met?
How did you end up in Kuno's...
Well, I used to be a baker's hand in Prague, but all the other fellas were always on my back, Oh, to make a bit of coin, I started going to the tavern across the road, entertaining the rich gents with jokes, playing the... One time, Kuno turned up there, and I got to talking with him. When I told him all the shit I was getting at...
I bet you were...
Yeah, though it's not like they give me much peace here either.
Well, surely you can't be any worse off here than in...
No. Only, at the bakery, the worst I ever got was a beating. It's not like my life was in danger, but...
How come they bullied you at the bakery?
Not now, maybe.
Oh, come on, you, Shy? You just said you were playing the fool and telling jokes.
All right, I'll tell you the truth. They picked on me because I'm an orphan. The parish priest of St. Apollinaire's in Prague found I spent half my childhood in parish houses.
I see.
It still is tough.
What do you think about this business with
Zul? I'd rather keep that to myself. I reckon Radzig's making a big mistake. I might not be grown up yet, but I've walked in these shoes long enough to know that...
Wait, what are you trying to say?
Never mind. It's just a feeling I have. If Kuno heard me talking about it...
All right, well... Jakey sent me to you.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose you want me to get it from someone?
Mm.
Who has it? Does Dangler have it?
Mm.
All right. How should I get it? Can you tell me something about...
What do you want to know?
Why do they call you Dangler?
Because Kuno found me dangling on the...
Ah. I see. So...
I wouldn't call it an execute. There was a proper night for you. Full of ideals and honour. They stood me on a shaky wooden cross with my hands tied behind my back.
But how long were you stuck?
I couldn't tell you. Hours. Maybe days. In the end, everything started going black.
Jesus!
I didn't. When Kuno found me, they cut me down and took the rope off me. And
what do you think about this business with
Arganzul?
That robber baron who's been pillaging Sir Radzig's estate?
He did. But then he says a lot of things. Zul, ride somewhere, kill some fellas, have a...
Farmer goes to his neighbour and says, "Knock the girl's not a brightest. She's a fine soul."
What the fuck? You're trying to rob me! Pickpocket!
Someone there?
Yeah.
What is it, Jake? What?
Hey, what?
How? No. What? Or... Who? Does... All right.
Hey!
Can you... What? What? I'd been to see Sir Radzig.
So how did he take the news?
Well, he wasn't exactly happy about.
I can well imagine. I wouldn't want the Zuls plundering my estates either.
He wants us to carry on patrolling the air.
That makes sense. I don't think he'll come to us. So we'll just have to hope we run into him.
Sure.
Mount up then.
Please, can we stop for a bit? My arse is aching, and I've such a thirst I could drink a moat dry.
Same here. Now, what do you say, Chief?
Not to worry. We'll re-choose it soon. We'll spend the night there.
I heard they've got a peculiar priest there. They say he drinks like the devil himself.
There's nothing strange about that. Every other man of the cloth is a swill pot.
Or a lecher.
Or both.
Quiet.
Listen.
For the love of God, help! Please, sir, help me.
Don't worry, lass. Nothing to fear. We're with Sir Radzig, in the manner of speaking. What's the matter?
These brigands came. The menfolk fled and left us there. They started pillaging the place, drinking whatever they could find and smashing things. I ran off, but the other girls, You've got to save them. Please, I beg you.
Easy, lass. Drinking, you say?
Aye, sir. They rolled the casks into the courtyard and started swilling like pigs from a trough.
Well, as our old cook used to say, if you want to make a proper goulash, you should soak the meat in ale for a while to soften it first.
Ah, let them get well soaked, and then go and chop them up. Good thinking, Chief.
But what about the girls? Those men, they were...
I'm sure your friends won't be getting nothing they ain't had before.
Well, unless they be nuns.
Kuno, the girl's right. If we delay, her friends will pay the price for it.
I appreciate your advice, Henry, but it's caution that will keep you alive, not chivalrous.
You promised Sir Radzig you protect his fiefdom.
Come on, it's not like their lives are in any real...
A bit of fun? Are you fucking serious? You know very well, Kuno, how innocent girls can end up after a bit of fun with animals like that. Well, I, for one, am not going to sit back and let it happen.
Oh, all right. It's not the smartest thing to do.
Good.
Right. We better try and save those girls from Hagen's brutes. Let's go!
Who wants their back covered?
My right arm is stiff since last night. Cover that side for me.
It's all in the wrist dangler.
And best to take off your gauntlet first, so as not to do yourself an injury.
What the...
What's so fucking funny? Mother of God!
And they'd hear
Mother of
your
God!
loudmouth blabbering a mile off, too. Mother of God. Fuck. What's up, brother? Heart in your mouth. It's a sign from God, Petter. A foretaste of what we'll do with the liquid loot we take from the foe. Everyone to your feet! Move it!
Oh, bitch. Christ. Good work, lads.
So, where's those damsels we so gallantly rescued?
They took to their heels as soon as they saw the pair of you. Can't say I blame them.
The fucking ingratitude. Well, at least the booze didn't run away.
Who'll never let you down?
So grab some tankards and let's get to it. We've a long way to go to finish the job.
A little friendly game, what'd you say?
Up for a game?
Always.
Well, that depends what you have.
I've got a shield, a jupon, and a very fine... The shield's got the Rickfald crest. Then I've got this combat jupon. And then there's this noble hat. It'll certainly make a...
Come and have a bit of a punch up, Henry. A bruise or two will...
I like the sound of that shield.
All right, but after all, fine.
This should be enough.
That'll do me.
Give you a chance.
May the best man win. I can't fall your way for them. Now I'm for the chop.
No whiskers to tickle your knuckles. Let me massage my knuckles a bit with your face, eh?
This'll be the one.
Come and have a bit of a punch up, Henry. Bruise or two will put some colour in your cheeks.
That's it.
I'll give you a chance to show what you're made of.
Did I tell you about how St. Clair...
No point in pushing it. Damn!
Well then,
I always liked black, but when I went to executions, I always cheese or bacon, like that time when they executed.
You want to have a scrap?
scrap? You've nothing better.
All right.
You're a man after my own.
Well,
You're very sure of yourself. Oh. Fucker! No.
mines. Then this other charlatan came to town and settled on the other side of the river, and he said he could read minds too.
They left us some damn good booze here. And as my old man used... Of course, the only battle he was ever in was with... Anyway.
Sure. Why look a gift horse in the...
My words, me and the lads were just saying how we know nothing about you.
That I have. I suppose you heard about the raising of Skalitz.
Aye, I heard. And Radzig told me you're from there.
I've got a good one about something that happened in Skalitz.
I'm not sure Skalitz is an entertaining topic.
No, wait, you'll enjoy this one. Well, we had a German as a neighbour, a furrier he was, and he was always blabbering on about how Sigismund was the best thing for this country, and how Wenceslas wasn't worth a damn. After all, he was insulting our
regular patriots, eh?
And as it happened, this Deutsch had just whitewashed his house, lovely and white. And next to it was a big pile of fresh manure.
Ah!
Wait, though. So I went to her and said, "Good wife, sorry to bother you, but your husband is in the tavern insulting the king." And she says, "Oh, God above, the fool is drunk." So she jumps up and off she goes to give him an ear bashing. Yeah, you should have seen it. How those shit pies stood out so prettily against... And then the Deutsch's son turned up with his men. Naturally, there was a bit of a brawl. And then the catchpole turned up and we had to beat a tactical retreat.
Quite the general, aren't you? Tell us another.
Have you heard of Sir Hans Capon?
I heard his name mentioned in Colleen.
Yeah, that's him. He's going to inherit Rattay once he comes of... Well, once we were at the baths together, and his lordship wanted to seduce one of the bath...
Naturally, that's what the baths are for.
Yeah, but with Sir Hans, nothing is ever straightforward.
That's good.
I did, but I had to strip myself anyway to get into the tub. Only, no sooner had I done so, than his...
I reckon you're a man who can't resist a challenge.
If I'd been sober. I went all the way there and back in my undergarments.
It's starting to sound like a fairy tale.
Well, actually, he probably did have a third wish.
How's that?
Well, I got back only to find the girl's sweetheart, some guard called Arsenballs. Well, that's what Sir Hans called him.
Drown a nobleman over a wench.
Well, Sir Hans was naked and drunk, so he didn't look very noble. It could have all got out of hand, but it ended with only a few...
All that trouble for nothing. Tell us another.
Once I met a very peculiar character in Sasau.
Charlatan? You want to watch out for fellas.
Indeed.
The Sorcerer's Apprentice? You're having me on, right? What kind of...
Like a tooth from St.
What?
Oh, of course. So instead, we settled for a tooth from some labourer called Procopius.
So this fella was walking around with a...
Well, in the end, the charlatan was driven out of town.
Nobody likes a swindler. A nice story, but...
Yeah.
doing?
This one. This what? This joke, you blockhead. I'm asking it for
I got the ring from Dan. Yeah, well, yeah, thanks. Can we set out?
Sure. We'll head towards Sasau today.
You think they could be Hagans?
Maybe, maybe not. It's enough that they're not local. Jakey, go and scout ahead. Don't want us running into any surprises. See if there's a good spot for us to camp.
Right, Chief.
What's the matter with Jakey? No back talk? I gave him a swig of schnapps at supper. Perhaps it made a man of him overnight. Or that boar piss of yours took away his will to live.
Zastubi device potoki vina, Nesvenis nesere semezis viva, Nesvenis nesere pescas eslavi, Citali piem neste vainam havi. Hey! Gestia citale plemeno hadi, Husti exovia bona getradi,
Kurva! Brother, where are you? All right, Henry. I'm coming, brother. Sucker! Catch the horses! They're on the riverbank. We have to get back to the bank, quick, before they cut us off.
You're dead.
Way off! Back the way we came!
Curse it!
Wait, Ian, left! To the left! Bollocks! To the woods! We'll lose them there! What now?
I don't know. They could be lying in wait for us anywhere. Someone must have snitched on us.
So every man for himself?
Just so.
But you think it was one of the band?
Look around for yourself. Who's missing? Jakey, that little fucking Judas!
I'll try and track him down.
No, it's too risky. He could have Hagen's people all around.
Must have fired from here. I'll find you, you killer. You can't hide from me.
You're in the wrong place. Had enough of life, have you? Yeah. Come here, lily liver.
I see everyone made it.
Thank Christ. Someone up there must like us.
Well, someone up there, or someone down there.
Yeah, right.
So we'll go patrolling again?
We will.
What?
I found out where Jakey is. I want you to grab him and beat everything he knows about Hagen.
Well, that sounds like a good...
For one thing, you're reliable. And for another, you're not likely to wring his neck on...
Where is he hiding?
He isn't, the little shit. He's drinking away his 30 pieces of silver in some ale.
The inn in the glade?
Yeah, that's the one.
What are you going to be doing in the...
We'll go on patrol as normal.
But what if they're waiting to spring a...
It could well be, Henry. So you should be very careful. But one thing's for sure.
I'll get going then.
Go. And when you find him...
Right, Chief.
Yeah.
Good day, Henry. God be with...
I'm looking for a young fella by the name of Jakey.
A cheeky-looking stripling.
That'll be him, all right.
Well, I don't like to snitch on my guests.
Thanks, Andrew.
Well, I was going to throw him out on his ear at first, but then he showed me the weight of his purse. He stayed here a couple of days. Yesterday...
To the woods?
Someone said they saw them heading south across the meadow. The girl's father was here with her. A merchant.
All right.
Goodbye.
Yeah. Shameless hussy.
That sneaky little bit.
I'm glad you're here, Henry.
What the fuck are you doing here?
I picked up this wench at the inn, only the bitch whacked me on the head.
Did she now?
I haven't a clue, but I reckon as far away from her father, she could have just asked me for coin, instead of trying to smash my skull right...
Oh, now you know what it's like when someone fucks you.
Listen, Henry, that thing with Hagen, I didn't want to. Jesus, Henry, I've never seen a pile of coin like that in my life.
Yeah, my heart bleeds. Enough. Tell me where I can find
Hagen? Lord Zool?
Mates, after you dropped me and the others in the ship. You know we could have all been killed at that ford.
Jesus, I know, Henry. I'm sorry, truly.
Let you go? That rock must have really scrambled your brains.
Henry, I'm really sorry. I swear. Those fellas scared the wits out of...
I can believe that. But why didn't you tell us about it?
I don't know. I was confused.
First, tell me where Hagen is, and then we'll see.
I won't say anything as long as I'm tied up. I know how that goes. I'll be left here for the crows.
Why did you have to betray Kuno? You could have just taken the money and done nothing.
Yeah, just like Kuno would do. You've only been with us a while. If you'd been riding with him as long as I have...
You're an ungrateful brat, Jakey. There's lads of your age work in the fields and sweating in forges, and no one pampers them.
But they don't risk ending up gutted.
Funny you should say that, since you just came pretty close to it. And for what? You go boozing for a few days... I know what you mean, Jakey. Kuno's no less of a bastard than that Hagen.
Yeah, right?
Because Kuno's on my side. I didn't pick him, and maybe Sir Radzig wouldn't have either if he had a choice. But one thing
I suppose Hagen's planning to raid some village. Samapesh, I think. He's gonna go there in person, so are you gonna...
I'll untie you, all right? And take you where you belong.
What? What are you saying?
To jail.
But you can't.
We didn't agree on anything. I found Jakey, and I know what Hagen is planning. Zul plans to raid Samapesh.
I see.
I took him to the Ratai jailhouse.
What will happen to him?
That's up to Sir Radzig. Considering what he did...
I'm not so sure. Radzig always had a soft heart. Saddle up now.
All right.
There they are. I can see Zul's colours. It seems they want a parley, sir.
Parlay, eh? Right then.
Let's parley.
God be with you, Sir Kuno.
My respects, Sir Hagen.
I don't believe I've had the pleasure since the siege of Lansenbach, wasn't it?
An age ago, that was. In those days, we fought under the same banner.
We did. And even today, we may yet part friends. After all, my quarrel is not with you, but with Kobila.
The thing is, your quarrel with Lord Kobila is my affair, since he tasked me with keeping order in his lands. And you, Hagen, you are disturbing that order.
No offence, sir, but you are just a mercenary whose main concern is keeping order in his purse. My dispute with Radzig Kobila concerns a higher ideal. Kobila shamed my family over a trifling misdemeanor. He hanged my father, razed our castle to the ground, gave our property away to his family and cronies. And for that, I demand just retribution. But you don't have to stand in my way, Kuno. I'm well aware why you serve Radzig. You owe him a favor. And from what I've heard, it's not the first time you've had to pay him back. It won't be the last either. The fact of the matter is, you fight Kobila's battles for him, and you've little or nothing to show for it. If you accept my offer, on the other hand, you can ride away from here a rich man. What do you say, sir?
Kuno, you can't do it.
You're making a common mistake, Henry. There's a difference between what a man can't do and what he ought not to do.
Have you no honor at all?
The only bidder.
Because you owe him a favor.
And this is the third time I've had to pay him.
Tell me, Kuno, what do you think makes a good mercenary?
If I knew that, I'd have a marble palace in Florence. But I suppose for a start, he should be skilled in warfare.
Oh, that's how you see it. But what about those who enlist your service? What they value is loyalty and fulfilling your duty.
An eloquent speech, but like I said, I've paid Radzig back quite enough.
And then what? Do you think anyone will ever hire you again after they hear...
With that much money, I won't have to worry about that for a while.
Do you really think Sir Radzig and others like him will share your interpretation of mercenaries' honor? Not a chance. Everyone will see you for the swindler and turncoat you are.
Are you threatening me?
Call it what you like.
Fine. It seems you have learned something after all.
You'll stay then?
Obviously.
It didn't seem so obvious to me.
Come on now, Henry. Don't take offence.
It's true, Sir Hagen. This is not the first time I've paid Radzig back, nor will it be the last. But then, he did save my neck from the noose, so I'll be long beholden to him. I'll make no bargain with you, but I will take your silver.
You would fight me? You're a damn fool.
I've no wish to fight, but neither do you. Otherwise you wouldn't have tried to buy me off. So it seems that we're evenly matched. Let's see who fortune favours.
So be it.
Bollocks! Here!
Fix.
Well, that's that. Good work, lads.
Poor sons! Well, now it's time for a drink.
Yeah. Yeah.
Henry, come here.
Well, that's that. What now?
Now we'll go and look for peace.
That's all.
What else is there? That's the nature of the job, Henry. But you should go and bring Radzig some good news.
Good news? You nearly betrayed Sir Radzig.
You mustn't take it like that, Henry. Radzig knows well how things stand with me.
What, you think I ought to be grateful that you didn't betray us?
It sounds peculiar when... If there's anything else you want from us, we'll be at the encampment in a few more days. Well, if I don't happen to see you again...
Radzig's man.
Henry, come here.
What's it about, Steph?
Ah, Henry, the very man I wanted to see.
Me?
Come on, don't bother denying it.
I don't want to...
Nah, don't worry. I want to steal the ring from the stone, and I've got a feel...
Look, I don't...
You disappoint.
Yeah.
Garlic, carrots, beetroot, onions, all that grows in the ground.
I am honored that
Goodbye.
Can we do...
Well,
Agree? Oh.
I hope I can be...
I'll be with you.
네, 뭐 이렇게 해서 또 밴드 오브 바스타즈 DLC 해봤는데요. 꽤 짧네요, DLC들이. 예. 일단 여기까지만 하고 다음에는 이제 마지막 DLC인 것 같은데 이제 파트가 두 개로 나눠져 있는 것 같더라고요. 요거는 조금 길 것 같은데 요거는 다음 시간에 해보도록 하겠습니다. 이거 완료를 안 했네. 보고를 하고 갈게요.
야!
Mother of God! Come on. The Lord be praised.
Sir, we got rid of Zul.
Finally, some good news.
We caught up with Hagen in the fields near Merhoyed, and there was a skirmish. But before that, Hagen tried to bribe Kuno.
Tell me, how did you persuade Kuno to stay on our side?
You're assuming Kuno would have gone for Hagen's offer. You're quite right.
So?
I simply appealed to his honor, sir.
Simply. Knowing Kuno, I'd say it would be simpler to persuade the devil to go to church on Sunday.
That's not far off the mark. But maybe he's not that bad after all.
Any losses on our side?
We were fortunate. Everyone survived.
That's how it should be. Anyway, you deserve a reward for your efforts. And thank you, Henry. Once again, I'm beholden to you.
Thank you, sir. But I'm sure you'd have managed without me.
Don't be so modest, lad. Since that catastrophe at Skalitz, I don't have many people left that I can rely on. Best go and rest now.
Thank you, sir.
God be with you. Hey! Hey! What the hell do you think you're doing?
개고생했는데 그냥 잘했다? 이러고 끝나네요. 이런 미친 DLC. 여기까지 하고 다음엔 마지막 DLC 이어서 하겠습니다.